"You're in the wrong room, sweetheart," one of the lieutenants said as I stepped into the Top Gun briefing. I'd survived a cockpit fire at 30,000 feet and still brought my jet home, my hair practically smoking. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for the moment a junior lieutenant looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're in the wrong room, sweetheart." That day, a Tuesday, felt like any other. The Nevada sun was relentless, bleaching the tarmac outside briefing room 7. Inside, the AC hummed a cool escape from the heat. I was in my standard Navy flight khakis, sleeves rolled, hair pulled back tight. This uniform was fresh, they'd given it to me that morning, and it didn't even have my name tape yet. In one hand, I carried my tablet, in the other, a cup of the strong, bitter coffee you learn to drink black after years at sea. The room was already half full. Young faces, brimming with confidence, flight suits unzipped just enough to show off t-shirts underneath. All men. They clustered near the front, hands slicing through the air, tracing imaginary maneuvers, voices just loud enough for everyone to hear how brilliant they were. I knew the type. I'd flown with versions of them for 15 years. I chose a seat in the back, set down my coffee, and opened my tablet. Behind me, I heard a low murmur, then brief laughter. I didn't turn around. There was a time, early in my career, when I would have needed to know what they were saying, felt compelled to respond, to defend, to prove myself. But I'd learned. The best response to men who underestimate you is to let them keep doing it, right up until the moment it costs them something. The briefing was set for 14:30. At 14:28, a lieutenant with dark hair and wireframe glasses walked past my row. He stopped, backtracked. He had a helmet bag slung over his shoulder, and I couldn't make out the call sign on his patch. He looked at me, then at the room number on the wall, then back at me. "You're in the wrong room, sweetheart," he said. His tone wasn't outright hostile, just confidently corrective, like you'd redirect someone who'd wandered off looking for the head. Real pilots only. Secretaries sit outside. The conversations around us died. Heads turned. I looked up at him, letting a beat of silence stretch out, just long enough to be excruciating. I was about to speak when the door at the front of the room opened. Captain David Walker entered, the way he always did, shoulders back, eyes sweeping the room in one efficient, situational awareness kind of glance. He was older than I remembered, grayer at the temples, but he carried that same unshakable calm that had kept our squadron alive over the Persian Gulf when I was 27 and everything was on fire. He stopped mid-stride. His eyes found me. His entire posture shifted, not relaxed, but sharp, formal. He came to attention and saluted. "Good to have you back, Phoenix One," he said. His voice cut across the room like a blade. The silence that followed had weight. I returned the salute, crisp and deliberate, exactly the way he taught me a decade ago when I was a nugget pilot who couldn't land on a carrier deck in a crosswind. Every man in that room was utterly still. The lieutenant who'd called me sweetheart backed up 2 steps, his face cycling through confusion, recognition, and something close to panic. "Good to be back, sir," I replied. Captain Walker moved to the front and set his briefing materials on the podium. "Gentlemen," he said, and I noticed he didn't even glance at them, just started queuing up slides. "Let me introduce Commander Elise Rogers. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next."